one of the kids, or 20-year-old kid that works for the NFL, was just suspended by the NFL. And if you guys want to remember, there was Tyreek Hill had a really cool touchdown celebration where he flipped with the camera. The kid who had the camera was suspended for the NFL for the rest of the season, and he made a video about it, and we want to play it for you right now.
The NFL season at 20 years old. As a junior in high school, I started filming videos for our school's basketball team. At just 17 years old, I learned the skill of social media networking and was able to create opportunities to work with star players like Tyreek Hill, Saquon Barkley, Antonio Brown, and many others. I'm a student at the University of Miami, and when Tyreek got traded to the Dolphins, we instantly reunited and began working together. In 2022, I applied for a job with the NFL, and they hired me to work at all Miami Dolphins home games. I had one of the greatest years of my life, working side by side with one of my best friends, watching him take over the league on his new team. In week 6 of this season, Tyreek scored a touchdown in the exact same corner of the end zone that I was filming in. He noticed me and surprised me by grabbing my phone and doing a backflip. It was the coolest moment ever, and I ran into the tunnel to send the clip to the NFL. Tyreek got a penalty for the celebration and was immediately asked about it after the game.
I seen the camera and I just took it from him, and he didn't want me to take it from him, so that's my boy Kfitz, man.
The NFL then let me know that I would be suspended for the remainder of the season and possibly for good. They said regardless if I knew the celebration was coming or not, I still had to be disciplined and that I shouldn't have jumped on the sidelines after the play. One of the best moments of my life turned upside down in a matter of seconds. I get why the NFL had to make this decision and wish I could have done something to prevent it, but I'm thankful for the memory that Tyreek gave me. This was the greatest job in the world, and I never took a day for granted. I can't thank the NFL enough for the opportunity. Whether it's back with the NFL or starting a new sport, I just hope to get another chance at doing what I love.
All right, so there's a lot to unpack here. There is a lot to unpack here. First off, there is a connection with Tyreek and Kfitz that you heard him talk about, that he was connected with videos and giving his video editing skills to professional athletes, and him and Tyreek, he would work for Tyreek. They became friends. He works for the NFL. Fellas, that was a moment for me watching it. I'm so thankful for the NFL's opportunity. It's great, but I'm also going to put you on blast for suspending me.
100%. And the ironic part is that the NFL's Twitter account actually posted that.
Yeah.
And ended up taking it down. But it's just like the irony around all of that is just absolutely insane. And not only that, but like it actually brought more exposure for the NFL. The play itself is probably one of the most iconic moments in this season so far. And to take that away and taint it like that is just a damn shame. Yeah,
it's brutal. I mean, I think looking at it, that was, what is the NFL? I know that there's protocols, but what was the NFL want to be? You want to get exposure. You want to get people excited. What element, if you watch that actual video from the camera itself, like that's wild. You might think, oh, it's lame. That's really cool. And you can pinpoint the moment that happened. And now it's being looked at as being a scapegoat moment for especially a kid that's just excited to have this opportunity, Zach.
Yeah, I guess they told him part of the reason that he's suspended is because he was excited and jumping.
Yeah. What about the jumping part?
You just got one of the coolest videos in NFL history, and you were excited to go send it to the NFL. Right. It's not like he's like, oh, I'm putting this on my own TikTok and it's going to go viral. He was running to go help you go viral. And then you're like, please don't jump on the sideline. Yeah. As the entire, 50,000 people around you are losing their minds, they're like, you got to be more disciplined than that. Like, come on.
Fun league.
Yep. It's fun league.
In media, it's frowned upon to cheer in the press box. You're not supposed to do that. I don't know what the rules are on the field, but I think this is simply ridiculous that you're going to suspend a 22-year-old kid that's living out a dream, just having the time of his life. His guy just scored a touchdown. Right. It's not some random player. Like, that's the guy that he shoots for. That's the guy that he basically got the job because of. Mm-hmm. He comes up, he takes his camera. I've gotten excited over shots I've gotten before. You get fired up. It's the coolest thing in the world. You get that feeling and you're like, wow, I just got that, man. Like, that's surreal. And that's a moment he's going to remember for the rest of your life. Like we talked about with fines, give the kid a warning. Take him aside. Yep. What are we teaching anybody if he has no clue? Now, if they came to him before and said, hey, if something happens where Tyreek comes up to you and scores a touchdown, don't jump around. I still don't agree with suspending the kid, but like, take him aside, talk to him, 22 years old. He has not been in this business for long enough to know better. I don't even know what he would know better. Like
No.
that, like that's you don't need to know better in that situation. Like, what are we doing?
They
here?
wanted a 20-year-old kid to act like a 50-year-old, like 50-year
what do
professional.
you want him to do
Like,
after he gets after someone takes his camera, does a flip? That's and you're on national TV. That
you're
is so
a
cool,
20-year-old who Tyreek Hill just ran up to, asked for your camera
Yeah.
after he scored a ridiculous touchdown, then did a backflip with your camera, and you're supposed to be like, "Yeah, I'll take that back."
Was he wearing socks? I'm surprised. Like I'm wondering if they find him for not wearing socks
Oh,
either.
that would be so funny.
Yeah, that'd be,
I don't.
that would just be so on brand.
The whole thing's mind blowing, and Rock, obviously you're in this space, so you might be able to speak to it more than we can. You just kind of hit on it a little bit about like not cheering in the box, but like, you know, what's so terrible about being excited about a moment like that, and why is it that traditional media and you know organizations like the NFL frown upon that? Is there an actual reason to be given, or is it just about professionalism in general?
I don't know, Matt. Like in the press box, it's a working area.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
you have media members that are trying to do their job. So if you're a fan of the Ravens and you're covering the team and watching the game, they don't want you cheering and going, touchdown, let's go Lamar, all that, because it's distracting for everyone else in the press box. That's just how it's looked at, whether you agree with it or not. But on the field, I don't see a problem unless he's jumping in front of someone's shot. Like if someone is like working and getting their shot as well, and then you're standing in front of their camera and jumping around and like affecting how someone else gets their job done on the field, that's one thing. But you're outside, you're enjoying the atmosphere as you should be. And I don't know. I really, truly don't know. I don't understand this. And I think it's just a bad look for the NFL to suspend someone who's 22 years old trying to make their way in the business, because he's got a great opportunity. I'm sure he wants that opportunity back. He clearly does. So I think if anything, this video, again, agree with him making the video or not, I'm completely fine with it, because I think it's going to get him more exposure and someone's going to pick him up and be like, hey man, we want you on our team. We want you to we think that's cool.
If I'm the NBA right now, if I am any big sports company, sports league, I'm calling this kid right now and I'm like, hey, make a video. We'll hire you for the entire season.
Yep.
Make a video saying that you're now doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, you could double his impressions, everything.
First of all, the video that he made in reaction was awesome too.
Yeah, no, he
very
has the connection with him is because he makes these incredible videos.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be just fine. The players love him. Tyreek loves him. You don't think Tyreek keeps recommending him to other players and people and organizations?
100%.
He's super talented. Look, we love the NFL. Like, who doesn't love watching football on Thursdays, Sundays, Mondays? Now, if whether players like playing on Thursdays is a whole different story. Yeah. But we love the product. But what people don't love is this. Just to me is it's
just
petty.
another reason why Roger Goodell gets booed everywhere he goes.
Right. And on top of that, I know we're trying to move on, but if like the suspension if you're going to suspend him at all, give the kid like a game or something like that. Yeah. Be like, hey, we're not going to have you shoot next game, but come back. But I don't agree with the suspension at all, but it's just like, it just baffles me that happened. And they're knocking this kid because of that.